friends. So for reading today, you're going to need your student response book, and I'd like you to flip to page 51, okay? On page 51, you'll see that there's a stop and ask questions about deserts page, because in today's reading of our book, The Desert, we're going to stop 3 different times. And at those 3 stops, I would love if you would please write down a question or a wonder that you have about deserts. Okay? So go ahead and make sure you're on page 51. All right, you're on page 51, ready to go? So last time we came up with a few questions about deserts. These were some of the ones I came up with. Today we're going to read chapter 3. And in the table of contents, you can see that chapter 3 is desert animals. So we're going to head over to the chapter. It says it's on page 14. Thank you, table of contents, for your help. Very useful text feature. All right. Oh boy. This is the picture we get. Okay, let's see. Starting here, we'll see how it goes. Desert animals. Mice and tortoises are just a couple of the animals that have learned to survive in the desert. Desert bugs are fierce fighters. They have to be tough to live in the dry land. Scorpions jab their prey with poisonous stingers. The stink bug shoots enemies with a smelly spray. The desert tarantula has stinging hairs on its abdomen. If a bird or snake gets too close, the tarantula flicks hairs into the animal's eyes and blinds it. Other desert insects are gentler. Butterflies flit between flowers. They drink the blossom's nectar. Colorful butterflies stand out in the brown desert. A desert tarantula has tiny hairs all over its body. All right, this is our first stop, so make sure you pause the video, and on page 51, write down a question or wonder that you have right now. All right, my question is, does that animal stay blinded when the tarantula shoots its hair in its eye? I'm wondering if it stays blind forever, or if it's just like it temporarily clouds its vision. It's pretty handy for the tarantula to have that skill. All right, let's keep going. Next couple. Scaly, spiky, and bumpy reptiles thrive in the desert. They have watertight skin. Their skin doesn't sweat, so they don't lose water. Scritch, scritch! The claws of a lizard scrape against the sand. The nervous lizard scrambles towards a bush. A nearby snake slithers to a stop. The snake senses the lizard. With a snap of its powerful jaws, the snake grabs the lizard and swallows it whole. Look at that picture. That is creep-tastical. Ooh. And the text box says, a side-winding adder snake swallows a lizard in Africa's Namib Desert. Must be what that type of snake is. All right, next page. Another hunter crawls along the desert floor. A Gila monster searches for a meal. The red and black lizard finds a kangaroo rat hiding beneath a bush. With quick gulps, the Gila monster gobbles up its prey. When a Gila monster bites its prey, deadly venom from its jaws flows into the animal. Interesting. All right, this is our second stop. So pause the video again and write down a question or wonder you have about what we read on pages 16 and 17. All right, my question was, are Gila monsters poisonous to humans? They send venom into their prey animals, but would they be strong enough to harm a human as well? Okay, next part. There we go. It's very hard to show pictures. Okay, let's keep reading. Desert animals hunt at night. During the hot day, many animals hide in cool burrows or under shady rocks. But when the sun goes down, the desert animals come out. High above in the dark sky, a brown bat flies overhead. In the shadows, a lean coyote sniffs the air. It catches the scent of a mouse. Coyotes hunt at night in the desert when it is cooler. That makes sense. Field note: scorpions are night hunters. Size 2 to 3 inches. Color yellow-brown. Food, insects, spiders, other scorpions. From a small hole in a giant saguaro cactus, an elf owl's round eyes scan the ground below. A speckled grasshopper leaps from a bush. In a swift dive, the tiny owl snatches the grasshopper and silently flaps back to its nest. As the sun rises, night animals go back to their nests and burrows. During the night, few animals found water, but they aren't thirsty. To live in the dry land, desert animals need very little water. An elf owl peeks out from its nest in a saguaro cactus. All right, this is going to be our last pause. So pause the video and write down any last question or wonder you have about what we just read. All right, my question is, how long can desert animals go without water? And this is kind of following up another question I had earlier. I'm really interested in about this whole water thing. I think it's crazy that they don't need water to survive or as much. So I'm wondering how long they can go without it. Okay, so what did you learn about desert animals today? You can pause the video and tell someone else or tell a stuffy sitting around. Those are all good ideas. All right, we will continue reading nonfiction books about animals to practice questioning and wondering. So we might do one more day of deserts or we might switch to a new book. You'll have to stay tuned to see. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you later.